And then this was from,
whoa.
yeah.
This is so much. This is so much. This is so funny. Cover the whole thing. This is so cool though, getting to see all of these.
I was working like the last day of our caravan event, and I was in charge of like guarding the stamps.
Keep them safe and protected.
This was a funny day. I was like, preoccupations, the past.
The past.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
So cute.
Yeah,
I can recognize like all the things in here. It's really good.
Lots of great artists.
Yeah, so good.
Hi everyone! Welcome to this video. We are filming part 2 of Yoseka's mid-year Techo Kaigi for 2025. We did part 1 earlier with Ashley, Melanie, Selena, and Sam, and so hopefully you've watched that and been enjoying it. This video is going to feature Evelyn, Laura, and then we are going to have Ashley film back in our studio with Susan and Victoria. So hope you guys enjoy this video. This is a video that we do just to update you all on how our 2025 planners are going for the year. I think everybody sets out the year with like the best of intentions to use all their planners, and some of us have more planners, some of us have less planners, but things don't always go to plan, as many of us know.
Yeah.
So this is just a real life check-in to see how everything's going, and I think you guys all always enjoy these videos, so hopefully you enjoy this one too. Yeah. So today I have Evelyn. Hi, Evelyn.
Hello. Hi.
So we are in the store. You have your planners here. Do you want to tell us what you started off the year with?
Yes. Okay. So I started off the year with 2 planners. First, my Hobonichi cousin with the one-piece cover.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I love it.
Actually, like, I have to say, like, that style was not, like, my taste in the beginning, but seeing you use it, it looks, it's just so colorful and fun, you know? Like, seeing it in use makes me, like, love it more, actually.
I like know what you're saying. Like, I also started the year with my weeks.
And this one's also really cute. Yeah, this is the very popular one. I can't remember.
Yumi Kitagishi.
Yes, Yumi Kitagishi.
And I feel like my planner, my personal like stationery vibe maybe is more like this one, so I was a little hesitant, but One Piece has really gotten me through some dark times.
It's true, and it's one of the first things I learned about Evelyn is that she's a big One Piece fan, which I was surprised about.
Yeah, but also like these comic frames are like from the original manga, and it's like a very touching, like, if we talked about it too much, I could start crying part.
Wow.
No, it's really, so that's like part of why I was like, I'm gonna go for it, even though it's a little bit outside of my normal aesthetic. And yeah, it's just like, it's become my journal though, you know, the aesthetic of it. But, so I was gonna use this as like my hourly planning and my journal, and then my weeks was gonna be my like weekly overview. Yeah.
Okay.
That was the intention. That was the plan.
Cool. So you were going to use the A5 cousin for journaling and hourly planning, you said, and then the weeks for weekly overview.
Yeah, like to make sure that I don't double book people, or like weekly goals.
Oh, weekly goals, goal setting. Okay, that makes sense. All right, well, how did it end up going then, Evelyn?
So how it actually went. I really enjoyed using the like monthly overview, and I copied this color coding thing with a key from Helen from the Coffee Monsters.
Wow, Helen has been she's been such an influencer in our team's Techo Kaigi. She actually influenced Ashley as well.
Yeah. With how she did her weeks, right?
I think it was this to-do list thing that she does. She has like a notebook just for like a running to-do list.
Right. I tried to do that.
You did?
But it didn't. It's not here.
Okay.
That's my update on that. Well, this is like at the beginning of when I went full time, but this is also copied from Helen.
This is so cute.
But yeah, I enjoyed this. I would choose a washi to theme it, and then I would also coordinate that washi with the washi that I used for that week in my weeks.
Okay.
But the week I'm gonna show for my weeks is not the same week, but this is a Helen sticker. But I just like, here's the hourly blocking, which I did use for a bit. And it's been hard to keep up with it since I went full time, though I'm gonna try to get back into it because I've been double booking people. And if I don't like set down at the beginning of the week and go through my plans, like I'm not very good.
I see. Well, do you bring this one with you every day? Probably not, right?
No, just thinking about it at the beginning of the week though,
Yeah.
like spending an hour just like writing it all down. Because like the time that it takes to draw it all out is helpful, and I'll catch like if I've double booked somebody.
I see. Okay.
But I don't take this with me.
Okay.
Which I also kind of like need to have a journal on me always. So that was part of, I could have maybe known that it was doomed. But yeah.
Wait, are you gonna show that me?
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, so this is me trying to keep up with the daily journaling, where I was trying to find different formats. Like before I went full time, I would just write the whole page.
Okay.
And that was really fun, and I loved that. But
Yeah.
once I went full time, it was like I get home and I'm like kind of tired, and then it's
Yeah.
5 days of the week that I'm not doing a full page. And so that like wasn't quite working. So I tried doing different layouts, like highlights and highlighted, where I would do like, these are like the really exciting things that happened, and then these are just like notable things. And then I also tried like making the daily journal smaller and then having like preoccupations and then tangible to-dos.
Yeah.
This was a funny day. I was like, preoccupations, the past.
The past.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. But I also have started doing more like, well, this is like my monthly day.
This
but
is
then,
so
like,
cute.
Thank you.
Wow, I
This
can't believe you
is
drew this.
based on Portugal, which I visited this summer, and like the way that they decorate buildings with tiles really inspired me
they
after a
do.
time of like kind of being in an artistic rut. But
Look at this.
yeah,
Is that ink?
Yes, this is ink. They're both ink. This is one, and it's all with pens. So the complexity is like from different pens rather than like using a paintbrush to like bring out different ink colors from one ink. But so I've been trying to do this, but it's kind of fallen off.
Okay.
And I've just been using my regular size travelers for my journaling, really.
I see. So this is what you were kind of talking about earlier, where like you realize you need to bring a journal with you, and this one
Yeah.
is more travel friendly. So this is
Yes.
the one you end up using more.
Yes,
That makes
yes.
sense. Look how it's aged already.
I know, the red is so soft. It's getting marks from the charms, and
Are you sad about that?
yeah, I've really had to let it go.
Oh,
It's
I
really
think
hard
it's
for
more
me.
beautiful that way, honestly.
Even with like
honestly,
the bite marks.
so I think it's more beautiful.
Thank you. You're too kind.
No, really.
But yeah, so this has been my everyday. And then for the weeks, like I think that I'm trying to get back into my Hobonichi cousin, but realistically I'll probably come back to the weeks for the overview. But I was doing like daily to-dos. This was especially when I started full-time, I needed to make sure I was packing lunch every day and making breakfast.
Okay.
And then like weekly goals, like, okay, so I didn't meet this one. My goal was to write just at least one time, but I've been getting better at that, just so everyone knows. But then preparing lunches, and then I need to text a friend to hang out. Yeah, this is a birthday, and just like, I coordinated this washi tape, but yeah, so, but recently it's been
This is so cute.
blank. But I've been using pretty religiously my Jibun Techo.
I have been seeing you with that every day.
Yes,
Yeah.
I use this every day for work to-dos. This is like one page, and like now I like always write out the hourly work, and I love that the Jibun Techo is like literally every hour of the day. I like how they make the late hours smaller so it doesn't take up as much time, and like here's some like extra space for to-dos. But I make these like a to-do list. So like within the hourly, like I have the check marks like of like what I need to do.
I see.
But so this is what my hourly planning has become.
Okay, this is so interesting. Do you think you would ever combine the use of your Hobonichi weeks and your weekly planning with this one? Like, because I think
Such a
there
good
is
question.
room for weekly goal setting on that.
Yeah, I think it's like separation of church and state.
Okay, that makes sense.
I
yeah.
like really like I don't use this when I'm not at work.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I love how like there's also places for me to plan out like my vacation days. Like there's this day that's like all, it's in Japanese. There's so much Japanese in the Jibun Techo, which I don't know.
Oh my god, you had to create like a little cheat sheet for yourself.
Yeah.
So that's, if you ever go to Japan, you'll know some characters. Maybe,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But this has been helpful for planning days off. And then there's also like a place for me to mark like when other people are out, so I can like remember that I need to manage that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a lot of, Evelyn does a lot of scheduling for the store these days.
It's
and it's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's really not easy. So you definitely need to write it all down and keep
I
track of
do.
the schedule somewhere where you can access it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
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 Okay, well, thank you for showing us. What about next year? What about like how you're going to close out this year? Are you pretty happy living in the work planner, Jibun Techo, and then your traveler's notebook for journaling? Like these are the main two that you're kind of using right now?
Yeah, I think like, I know I'll finish the year, well, I shouldn't say I know.
Yeah.
But I feel really confident. Like I've been using both of these every day for at least a month now, okay, that I guess isn't that long. But I feel pretty confident that like these systems are really working for me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna I've been trying to do different layouts for the Hobonichi days too. Let me see, hold on. Okay.
That's so cute.
Thank you. I got this stamp. I was like, I need to use it. It's such a beautiful stamp.
Cute.
But I've been trying to just be like, okay, what are my goals? And do I meet it? And can I reflect on like why I didn't meet it? And if I did, how did it feel? If I didn't, what can I do better next time? But clearly I didn't even get to this. I started it.
Yeah. It's hard to have too many goals. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard. It's hard.
Daisy's so nice. I'm always like my planner situation is horrible, and Daisy's like, Evelyn, like it's fine.
No, I really think that people in general should just really view planners as just like a tool in your life. Like, it's just one part of your life, one thing that you do, and you shouldn't let it stress yourself out just because there are blank pages.
You're right.
It's all right.
You're right. I did want to show just like this. This was one day that it did work, and I used the time schedule thing.
Oh,
yeah,
cute.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see if I can keep doing this.
Okay.
But it's one piece.
Yeah.
Like I
know.
love how it feels too.
Yeah.
I just don't know. We'll see.
Maybe you can use it as a notebook cover next year also. Like if you don't end up using the cousin again, you can just use it as a notebook cover.
That's right. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Just
anyway,
a thought.
just a thought. I do need to do a bit more planning. I've been mostly journaling and using to-dos, but I need to do a bit more planning. So
Okay.
those are my goals.
Nice. All right. Well, thanks, Evelyn.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. So next up we have Laura.
Woohoo!
Yee. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Daisy.
Thank you for being part of our mid-year Techo Kaigi.
Of course. This is my third Techo Kaigi video, and I'm really excited to be in
Yay!
another
I'm excited you're back. Everybody knows that Laura, or maybe you don't know, but Laura has been here at Yoseka for like
a year and a half.
A year and a half now. And Laura was actually a really good customer of ours prior to joining our team way back in the Sunnyside store. And she's like a major planner user. I still remember on your application, your email application, you sent like a bunch of Hobonichi pictures. And I was like, okay, I like her. So you definitely use planners. You've been using planners, and
for a
like
long time now.
you have a lot of knowledge about planners, possibly more than me even, because you've been using planners for so long. So yeah, we're lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Yes. Can you tell everybody what you started off 2025 with in terms of planners, and what you had planned for each one of those planners?
Yeah, so definitely a big one for this year was Jibun Techo.
Yes.
I talked about it in a video.
Yeah.
If you want to link that.
Yes, we will put a link of it. I don't know where the link thing goes.
But yeah,
but
Jibun Techo was a big one that I really wanted to go into this year. And I've been pretty consistent in it, so I'm really happy with that. I also had a Hobonichi that I didn't bring because I haven't been that consistent with it.
Okay.
I feel like this happened last year too. where at the beginning of the year I just didn't use it. But this and a Hobonichi Hon A6 were like my 2 planned planners like that I intended to use.
What were you going to use this for?
This is my all-purpose, all-catch-all planner. You know, like time blocking and my to-dos. That's all.
It really
in here.
is like a planner.
Yes.
Like a planner.
The definition of a planner.
Yeah.
Is this.
Organize your life kind of planner. Yeah.
So that's what I intended to start the year with.
Okay.
It's gone quite differently.
Okay. Well, what about this one?
This wasn't in my lineup for this year.
Oh, it wasn't?
Because I was intending just to use the Jibun Techo.
Okay.
Last year I used the weeks.
The Hobonichi weeks. Yeah.
Very exclusively. And then I was like, I'm going to use Jibun Techo. And now I use both. Like, this is my on-the-go one. And then this kind of stays home. It's like more detailed. And this is just, I could flip through it like on the go. It's very lightweight. But yeah, it kind of contains the same information in like different formats. But I was really surprised that like I was really craving this again. It's like has the exact same format that I used last year. It's just in conjunction with my Jibun Techo now.
Okay, interesting. I'm excited to see how you use these together. So let's take a closer look.
So I haven't really kind of blocked out some stuff here, but you know, just my to-dos on this side, and I kind of transfer them over. Let's see if I have another page to show. Yeah, it's just very basic planning. I just kind of move things over, and it gives me a big overview of the week.
So do you start with like your weekly to-dos here and then actually schedule what day you're going to do things?
I did that more earlier in the year, but lately things have been kind of chaotic for me, but I'm still kind of putting like my lunch down here, my dinner, and just like little blurbs about things that happen during the week.
So this is like weekly to-dos, and then, so are you writing down like what time you plan on doing stuff, or?
Yeah, so like, this is a new game I started playing called Fantasy Life, and this is like the time I had scheduled for it. So I don't typically put like the end time, so this is like, you know, I start working at 11, but it actually ends, like I was considering adding like a timeline, but I haven't been like really putting in like how long something takes, because sometimes it takes more. Like I end up playing longer, or I end up doing something for less time. So
cool. Okay. So this has been going well for you?
Yeah. So I was a little stagnant a little earlier, but I'm back in it now, like fully. This started in November, the Jibun Techo. So I actually started using it last year. Like I started using it right away. And I was really consistent with it up till like January, February. Started getting a little slower, but now I'm like, Evelyn really inspired me to get back into it because she's using one too.
Yeah. You guys are Jibun Techo buddies.
Yeah, it was funny that it ended up that way because like, you know, it was unintentional. Like we just both use weeks and Jibun Techo.
That's
now,
right.
So
okay.
It's really nice.
Okay, cool. So what about the Hobonichi weeks? How have you been using that?
So the weeks is actually like pretty identical to like my last videos, kind of like this, where same thing, put my to-dos here, and then like loose scheduling on this side, and then some tracking here. And then like these are just some stickers and stuff that I've gotten from customers, or this is from the Cozy Travelers group.
That's so cute.
They have a custom stamp. So yeah, it's just like a looser version of the Jibun Techo, kind of, with extra tracking. But if you look at my past videos, I think it looks exactly the same as my last year's planner, which really says a lot, because I thought that, you know, I would be done with the weeks, but in fact, like it ended up working out like very comfortable for me. Like this layout's very comfortable for me, so it was a little surprising.
Are you often writing like the same thing in your Hobonichi weeks and transferring stuff to your Jibun Techo, or vice versa?
Yes. So this stays home. The Jibun Techo stays at home. This stays at home, and then this comes with me.
I see. Okay.
So it's yeah, it kind of works together.
I see. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm really loving it. This was a surprise, but I'm using both.
Good, cool. And then what are these other notebooks or planners that you brought as well?
Like I said, last year this happened too, where I didn't really journal at the beginning of the year, but then as the year went on, especially when it we went through summer and it got cozier, then I really picked up planning at the end of the year, and I feel like that's happening again too. This year, I still wanted to try to find ways to do some little micro planning. So I got this. This is an A6 Slim Stalogy. Charlotte kind of got me into this.
Wow.
And I just do loose form journaling.
Yeah.
So I can write as little or as much as I want.
Okay.
It's less stressful than having the 1 day per page in the Hobonichi. And this way I can still feel like I'm writing something without having the pressure of the Hobonichi.
I see.
So this is what I carry for my just thoughts.
Yeah. I like that. I guess that's right, because you really don't have any space for journaling in these planners.
So
and
this
you
is just
probably
And then finally,
this is so
a
cute.
shocker. This is
so cute.
I had this from before, the before times before I was working at Yoseka. It's a Filofax, pocket planner.
Look at this thing, you guys.
So the reason I pulled this out was I've been wanting a plotter so badly for months, but I couldn't justify. I was like, I don't want to buy something that I'm not going to use, and I want to try to use what I have already to see if it works for me.
Yeah.
So this is my home and budget project planner, because we're doing a lot of renovations.
Oh, okay.
Everything is in here, and it's working pretty well. It's kind of craved that plotter.
It satisfied the plotter craving.
So, so far so good. I mean, I still kind of want a plotter, but
it's
for now.
It's interesting because the aesthetic is so different.
Yeah,
plotter is leather, and
super pink, and I just thought, I wanted to be more conscious this year of my consumption of stationery. It's so easy to fall into the rabbit hole of especially when you work at a stationery store, it's I want everything.
Temptation.
And temptation is everywhere. But I've really been trying to cut back and use what I have. So even though, we don't sell this is very outside of the Yoseka aesthetic, but
I think it's really cute, actually. And I know
it's really cute,
it suits
and
you.
it's very handy. It has this giant pocket,
some
back here.
Hobonichi covers have that. I've seen.
Yeah.
I love that pocket.
And I just got, it's inserts and stuff that I've had before that I just never got around to using.
Yeah.
So I thought,
that's great.
Yeah,
and it's all stuff that you already had.
Digging around in my stash, basically.
Yeah.
But this is just renovation home planner thing, financial tracker, etc. Yeah, it's going pretty well.
I think it's really cute. Yeah. I actually love it.
Very different, but cool. It's holding me back from the plotter for now.
Okay.
Maybe one day, but
you seem to be using it, so
yeah.
It's great. Okay, well, what about, for closing out the year for 2025 and possibly thoughts for 2026 system? What are you thinking about using? Are you thinking about changing anything?
No, I think I've been I found something that works for me.
These two, basically.
Yes, the Jibun Techo
and Hobonichi Weeks.
And then for planning, I predict that the same thing will happen, where I really didn't use my Hobonichi, the regular Hobonichi, too much in the beginning of the year, but then towards the end of the year, I really picked it back up.
Right.
So I'm hoping that will happen again.
Yeah.
Because
I do love go through different seasons.
Yeah.
You go through different seasons of wanting to journal more, wanting to record things more versus wanting to just be living more,
I feel like the beginning of the year was just really chaotic for me.
Yeah.
So it's hard to find time to sit down and plan, and it ebbs and flows, and
you're also traveling.
I was also traveling.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to get back into my Hobonichi proper.
Okay.
But in the meantime, this is what I'm what I'm using.
Okay, well, I'm excited to see in our next Techo Kaigi, probably sometime in like November or so, how.
Because my end of year last year,
Yeah.
I showed my Hobonichi.
Yeah.
Like I really like went back to decorating
Right,
a lot,
yeah.
and I'm excited. I'm hoping that it'll come back to me.
Cool.
I trust.
Thanks, Laura.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we're going to go to Ashley in our studio, who's going to be filming the Techo Kaigi with Susan and Victoria.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Techo Kaigi Mid-Year Planner Update. Thank you to Daisy for handing it off to us. I have Victoria here.
Hello.
Hi, Victoria. I think this is like your first kind of official sit-down
Yes.
video on the YouTube channel,
Yeah.
right?
I showed up a couple of times in our Greenpoint store videos.
Yeah.
This is like my first front and center, talking in depth.
Yeah, like sitting down, having a chat. So yeah, Victoria's been with us for a little while. Do you want to give like a little intro about yourself in case people haven't seen you in those
Sure.
other Greenpoint videos?
So I started working at Yoseka in November, and it's been like 6 months now,
Yeah. mhm.
a little over 6 months.
Yeah.
And I work at the warehouse and also at the store. You guys might see me at the store a couple times on the weekends or like on a Thursday. But yeah.
Yeah. We're very happy to have Victoria here with us. And especially to share your planners. You have like such a big stack.
Yes.
Do you want to pull it over?
Yes, I will.
Let's show everyone. Big stack.
Okay, so
How many? Wait, how many are here? There's
that's
wait, is
1,
this
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.
6.
Yeah,
Oh, this
I
is
would.
like 2. So,
This is 2,
one.
so like I kind of count it as 1.
oh, okay,
Here,
okay,
let's
okay.
center it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Big stack. Big stack.
I went through a lot of changes.
Very cool. Yeah, do you want to tell us what you ended the year with last year since you weren't in the Techo Kaigi video?
Sure. So this planner I used the end of last year and around like the first week of this year. And it was like a bullet journal type of situation. So December I start off with like my little monthly overview.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And then like this is what like my weeklies would look like.
So cute. Oh my god, I love your decoration.
Thank you.
This is so cute.
And then I did it for the first week of January, and then I like kind of wanted to change. I wasn't really keeping up with like making a weekly spread every week.
Oh yeah, because it's just the notebook. I see. And you were like doing your own, bullet journal, like you said, planner.
But I did like the format of this, like the blocks, and I like seeing my full week spread out like this. So what I did was,
And was that the only one that you had last year?
this was the only one I had last year.
Oh, okay. Oh wow, so you added all these. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, so like when I started working at Yoseka, I had so much access to a lot more planners and stationery. So like, I was given a chance to like actually explore, and I really did explore.
Yes. It's
So-
dangerous.
Yes. So transitioning from like my Midori bullet journal, I went to
The Hours
this.
Research Journal is so pretty.
But I only stuck it out for 1 week, and then I realized I didn't really like it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What did you not like about it?
So, well, I could start with like what I liked about it was I liked that it still had like the weekly block format, but I didn't really like the paper on it. Like, it didn't feel nice like writing on it compared to like my Midori notebook, and also the paper is white. I like
instead of the cream.
Yeah, it was a little bit harsh for my eyes, and like I felt a little sad because like it's so pretty.
Yeah, it's true. It is so pretty. I also had kind of a similar situation with my Hours journal. I didn't even bring it in because I was too embarrassed. I like barely used it.
It's so like I literally just like used like maybe like a week and like a week and like I tried to use another week and then I realized it wasn't working out. But this is like all empty.
No, I feel that.
It's so pretty though.
It is so pretty. But what did you do after this?
So after this, I went to Hobonichi Techo.
Oh.
I wanted to like carry it around. And like I got this because it was like really cute.
It's so cute, yeah.
And then what I used it for was like these pages for like a daily gratitude type.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then my weeklies or my dailies would like look like this. And I really like utilized the time blocks. And basically just like, it was mainly like a journal and a planner type of situation, but journaled differently. So I would timestamp like what I did for like throughout the day, which works well for me because like I'm a forgetful person. If you asked me what I did last Monday, I wouldn't remember.
You kind of like logged it afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh, I
so
see,
like
okay.
as my day ends,
Very
I would
cool.
log it afterwards. It was working well for a bit, but I felt like I also wanted to like journal like a little paragraph sometimes. And I also like, it's a white paper too.
It's that white paper again.
It's that white
Yes.
paper too. And also like the ghosting kind of bothered me too.
Oh, yeah, like being able to see what you wrote the day before.
So
kind of.
I think I also like stuck with this for about 1 week until I transitioned into this.
Wait, actually, can you open that one again? I don't know if this is relevant.
Yeah.
It could be nothing. But on that page that you had before, what is this like countdown here?
Oh, I was testing like ink, but like testing pens and like how fast they dry.
Oh.
So what I would do is like 10, 9, 8, 7, that, and then like I spread it out like that.
Gotcha.
And like once like it's not smeared at a specific number, I know that it dries at like, let's say 7 seconds.
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I was so curious about that. Do you remember what pen this was?
I have no idea.
No. Oh, like in case anyone wants to know. But that's very cool. That's very smart
yeah.
to test it like that. So then next, you went to...
Yeah, and then I went to Jibun.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So cute.
I know. I was bookmarking it. So what I did, it was definitely a lot more planned out how I used it. So like the yearly overview here, I marked off like my good days and my bad days and the days that I bought stationery. And then,
Stationary holidays, yes.
yeah. And then I did a habit tracker for the future log. And I blocked out what I used for tracking, but this is what happened. And then like I only used this planner up until March before I switched again.
That's pretty good though, comparing to the other ones.
Yeah, like
you got through
I
months.
really stuck through it.
Yeah. Very nice.
And then this is what like my monthly pages would look like. So I did this as a daily gratitude. So like it'll be like very small, but I like that it's like a full on like an overview. And then these are what my dailies would look like.
Cute. Oh my gosh, cute.
Yeah. And then like I utilized the timestamps like I did from the Hobonichi. I just carried it on here. But then I also had like space over here to like write a little paragraph if I wanted to. And it worked really well. Like I stuck around with it for like up until March. But then like after a while, like I felt like I couldn't have enough space to like decorate, or like I just wasn't decorating. Right? And then like I like functionality, but I also want like some creative aspects to it to actually keep me like working on it. And also over time the grids like really bothered me.
Oh, what about it? Like
it almost felt like too busy. Like
oh yeah, because this is like small.
yeah, like this is
grid.
small, so like it would look like this, and then like it was like a little overwhelming after a bit.
I feel that.
So what I did was I ordered a Midori notebook diary.
Big guy.
I ordered this right after I realized the Hibino wasn't working for me. I ordered it on Etsy because I started in March. It didn't come in for 2 months.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then like I had to order it again, but on eBay, and that came in. But this came in May.
Oh my god.
So during that time before I started this one, I was using these.
in the interim. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So cute, all these things.
I started off with this. This is the weekly vertical refill. And these are what like Yeah,
So cute.
these are what like my weekly pages would look like.
Oh, this format is so different from what, well, kind of, I guess.
I mean, like, I like the timestamps, so that's what made me want to do it. Like, as opposed to like the horizontal like weekly ones? You have like a grid over here. I felt like I wouldn't be able to use like the whole 2 pages spread out. So I went with this, and
I noticed you're also using more color in this one. The inks are like very colorful now. Whereas before it was all like black ink.
yeah, I bought a lot of pens.
Yeah,
Pens, new
nice.
inks. Like this one was when I bought the Sailor Progear Slim. It was the flower one, the limited one.
Yeah.
And I filled it up with Valiant Blue by Ferris Wheel. It's very pretty.
It does look nice. Yeah.
And then there's these.
Very nice.
And then I know I love that.
So good.
And then like I like fell off of it. First week of like May, it like wasn't doing it for me because I really wanted my Midori one to come in.
Yeah.
And then it did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I love your
forgot.
decorating. It's so cute.
Thank you. And then I forgot to mention that this is like a weekly thing, and like I kind of want like a little monthly like overview too. So like just like small thing like this.
Just a little like calendar view.
I think I'll still use this, like just to throw it in like my purse, but probably not as like much. And then this came in.
Yeah. I'm so excited because I've actually never seen someone use the full A5 MD one day one page because it's like so big. So I'm excited.
It is like really big, and like what made me decide to do an A5 was because for this one I never did an A5, but I had the A6 like a previous couple years, and it didn't work out for me based on the way that I was like using it. Like on Instagram, I would see like people would use it for like collaging and like small like journal paragraphs, but like that wasn't for me, and then that didn't work out. But then I tested out the time formatting, and I really liked it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But I felt like the A6 was too small, so I went with the A5.
Makes sense.
Yes. And then this is what my monthlies would look like.
This stamp that you use like makes it look so nice.
Yeah, I actually like coordinate like what each stamp means. So like, because sometimes I don't want to write exactly what I'm doing that day. Also, it brings a lot of color to the page.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing. And then this was like my first,
Oh my gosh, it looks so good.
my first like journal entry when I got it. And like I utilized the timing format, and then I have space over here to write little paragraphs.
So cute.
And then like even more space to like decorate. I really loved it.
Yeah, I feel like this really suits like you from what I've seen from the other ones now. Like it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And then this was from
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is so much. This is so much. This is so funny.
Also, I forgot to mention, because I started this like in May, I was thinking of like doing like 2 spreads, like leaving one blank in case like I wanted to like add something next to it. But then I realized if I did that, I won't have enough pages for the rest of the year to do 2.
Yeah.
So
you'll run out at some point.
So like I think like after that, I'm going to just like do like one day here, one day here. But
for this,
yes.
cover the whole thing. This is so cool though, getting to see all of these. I think I don't have this one.
Oh, you don't? I was
Yeah.
like, so I was able to collect all of it because
Very nice.
I was working like the last day of our caravan event, and I was in charge of like guarding the stamps.
Keep them safe and protected.
And I also was like testing like each stamp to see like how well they like inked. So whenever like customers would like show up, I like kind of give them the heads up. Sometimes you have to press harder for this stamp. The blue ones you don't have to press too hard; they're very inky.
Oh, that's
Same
so
for the
smart.
black ones,
Wait,
yeah.
that's so considerate. That's so nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah, that was a really fun day.
It looks fun. I'm glad you got to collect them all.
I'm happy. They were like really cute. My favorite ones were the airplane ones.
Yeah, I like those
Very
too.
nice.
I like those a lot.
Yeah. And then There's these.
Oh, it looks so good like this. Oh, you get to like stick such big things into it.
I know, like I like, especially like if I'm taking photos, like for a specific day, like it's good to like collage it on the side.
Yeah.
Not all of them, not all of my pages look like this still. Like there's some days where like it looks like this.
Yeah, well, this is still good.
This is
like,
still nice, yeah.
It's like serving its function.
I really like the minimalism with it, and like it doesn't feel that overwhelming. Like what I got with like the Hibino after a while, but it's still a lot of space for me to do whatever.
Yeah.
This was like this weekend that just passed. It was me and my friend's birthday weekend.
Oh, happy birthday.
My
Happy
birthday's-
belated.
Well, my birthday's tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, happy
Yeah.
early birthday.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, wait, but you're not here.
I'm not here tomorrow, no.
Could have gotten you like a little treat or something maybe.
It's okay. It's okay. I was treated enough during the weekend with all of my friends.
Nice.
We went to a cabin and like we just did a bunch of like karaoke
Nice.
and a bunch of hiking.
Nice.
And then this day, I went to get my aura read.
What is this? Oh.
Yeah, it's so interesting. So me and my friends, we rented up a cabin in Smallwood. And in Smallwood, they have this crystal store called Crystal Connections. And they're known for like their aura photography. So like you would like sit there and like it basically tells you like what your aura is, what color it is, how much your chakra levels.
And yours is lavender white.
Lavender white.
Oh.
And this is what it means. And like the guy was telling me that the white part on top, I had one like in the bottom of my feet too. He said that like it means like a loved one that passed away is like looking over me. Like a little, like a little, what's it called? A guardian angel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, that's actually very
It was
sweet.
so nice.
Oh.
Yeah. And then like I actually took a lot of pictures this weekend, but like I'm gonna like print those out and like
Paste them in.
paste them in here.
Cute. Yeah, you got a lot written down on the page. You're able to fit so much.
I really liked it.
I like it too. It has a really good look to it. It looks very like loved. It looks very lived in, like well used. It looks really nice.
Yeah. Wow. So this is what I've been using since like the first week of May.
Very cool. So for this, since
Yes.
this is kind of like where you've landed now, do you think you're gonna keep using this, or do you think you like have learned some things from this and you might want to change some things again?
Cool. So like I think I'm gonna keep using this up until like the end of the year, but I don't know if like I want to like do like a separate like a work planner. And
You did have a little notebook before that you like brought with you to work.
what was it?
It was like I remember it being very small. Was it the MD like the A7?
Oh, I have so many like little miscellaneous notebooks that I just use for like notes that I didn't like bring in here because like it wasn't really like a planner thing. But I mean like to actually write about what I did at work and like write work notes like on the same page. I was thinking maybe getting this but in the A6 and just dedicate it for work. What I do at work is like it's not something I have to like plan too much ahead, so I think I could just like do it as I go. It's okay, so it's okay to be undated.
That's a good point.
But I think like I might do the A6 for work and then like the A5 for like work and like personal, but like leave that at home. So
That makes sense, because this is also pretty big to like bring around. It feels like a stay at home.
yeah, sometimes I wish I
thing.
could bring it around though, but like
Yeah. I know some people that do. Like they have like a big tote that has like all their stuff in it, so they can go to like a cafe and just like journal with like a really big journal. But I feel like this would also work to be left at home too.
yeah.
You did that.
I think so I think that's what I was gonna do.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for showing us, and I'm excited to see how it goes for the rest of the year, and maybe we'll get to see at the end of the year what it looks like. But this was so fun getting to take a look inside. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you for letting me like
Of
share my
course.
experience with everything.
Yeah, I always see Victoria's like decorated covers like with the stickers, and we're all like, you need to show people. People will think it's really cute.
I know. Everyone's like, I didn't do it like the first time because I was nervous. I was nervous about being around the camera. I think because at the time I was only working for like 2 months.
Yeah, you're still kind of new back then.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, but now we all got to see.
Now you guys can see like how many notebooks I like went through.
So many, the progression. It's like it makes a lot of sense. I like how you were very like you know exactly what wasn't working for you and how you like changed it for the next planner.
Yeah.
But very, very cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll see you in another video.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you. Bye. Hi, Susan. Hi. We're very happy to have you here for part 2 of Techo Kaigi.
Thank you. Yeah.
Or mid-year planner update, I guess. It's like a little bit of both because you weren't in the most recent Techo Kaigi.
Yeah.
So we don't really know. Yeah, we don't really know what you're using this year. So do you want to tell us what you were using last year or what you ended up using last year and what you currently have?
Yeah, so last year, I think like I filmed a year ago, I had like a Weeks. That was my main planner. Yeah. And I had an A6 for Hobonichi for sketching, like somewhat daily sketch. Yeah.
Wait, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
But cool.
Yeah. And then at the end of the year, I was still using the Weeks. I actually lost the A6. So rest in peace. If anyone sees on a plane an A6 Hobonichi, let me know. But yeah.
Susan.
So yeah, I was just still using the Weeks, and then at the beginning of the year, I actually got Midori dog planner, like the daily planner. I think the B6, is that the side? Like the biggest one they had.
Yeah, I think it was the B6.
Yeah.
It was like pretty...
The B6 one, which is like similarly formatted like the Weeks. Like it had a...
Like a horizontal?
Yeah, horizontal and then one memo.
Cool.
Yeah, and then I also got the Hobonichi weekly supplement.
Oh, the like A6 small one?
The small one.
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, so currently I only really use the weekly supplement now.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have it with you? Do you want to show us what your setup is like now?
Yeah, that sounds good. So yeah, here, this is the weekly supplement. I made my own cover for it.
It's so cute. What does it say? Cuteness is the love runner. Live, laugh, love, lazy.
Oh yeah, I did a pop-up and they said I had to write a haiku about my brand. So that's what I wrote.
Wait, that's really good actually.
Wow, thank you. But yeah, so the weekly, I felt like the cover by itself seemed like it's not intended to just be like thrown around. So I wanted a cover for it. But the size is like a little weird. I was going on Reddit, like there's not like actual proper covers sold for it because it's intended to be like slipped in with the Hobonichi.
Right. So,
yeah. So the funny is, this is actually, I got the Midori planner, right?
yeah.
So if you can see the sticker here, it's because the Midori planner comes with like this plastic cover that's intended to be removed because there's already like a nicer plastic cover underneath it. But I took that off and I cut it to shape. And I used this like PET tape to put it in the seam. But yeah, and then I also like got scrapbook paper and cut it out the same size as the cover to decorate it underneath.
So cute.
That's the thing. Yeah.
I was wondering what this was because you said that you got the B6 and I was like, this is not B6. And then you're like, I cut it down to size.
The custom cover. Custom cover.
Very cool. Oh my God, so cute.
Yeah,
I can recognize like all the things in here. It's really good.
Yeah, lots of great artists.
Yeah, so good.
So yeah, I guess, but I kind of just use this like my weeks last year. But the main thing is it's missing like a page with the memo.
Ah, yeah, the memo page.
Oh my God, cute. Yeah, sometimes it's also a sketchbook. Okay, yeah, so.
This is cute.
Yeah, so I now kind of try to shove notes in this part and some to-dos at the top I use. I like to use the highlighter to block out times.
This is really nice. Very, very functional. It looks really like pleasing,
Oh, thank you.
the way it's laid out.
But yeah, I feel like I like the compactness of this. I'm a little torn, like I feel like this is intended for people who write like Japanese or like character languages, because I feel like it's hard to fit like a whole, like I was trying to write something, but it's like really, there's not that much space, and I feel like if you wrote in characters, it would be more easy to fit in there, yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
But I do like the size, so I'm a little torn on it, yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. I have heard from a lot of people that they feel like this is like really, really small, like unusually small. Like, why did Hobonichi make this so small?
Yeah.
But yeah, what you said about the character writing, that makes a lot of sense, because if you have kanji, you can get like a word per block.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, maybe I need to brush up on my Chinese or something.
Yeah,
fine with that.
you know? Yeah.
We'll see.
Throw it on in there. Very, very cool. Is there anything else you wanted to show us from this?
Honestly, it's pretty much this. Like, I did briefly try to use it as like a travel thing.
Oh, like a travel log?
Yeah, but I then didn't. But in general, I just fill it with my to-dos and like my events that I have to do. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
good.
So
Your doodles make it look very cute too whenever you have them
Oh,
in there.
thank you.
Or like sketchbook, I guess.
Yeah. I currently don't have like an active sketchbook right now, so
Oh, really?
just use this sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, so Susan has a shop. If you haven't seen Susan in the previous
LAZI
videos, LAZI SOOZ, you can check it out. That's where you can find more of those
Yeah,
guys.
if you like this, check. Love LAZI.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly.
Very nice.
Week.
Oh my gosh, that's us this
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah. We're doing a pop-up together. I don't know when this video will be out. It might be after the
might be after
pop-up,
the pop-up.
but
Otherwise,
look out for offline recess.
check us
Exciting
out.
stationery hangout.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and often stickers. The
Oh
Yoseka
yeah,
Zoo.
I
Very
just put
cute.
that on today because I was like, oh, that'd be a nice thing to put it.
Oh, that's very cute.
Yeah.
I like it. Very, very nice. Well, thank you for sharing this with us.
Yeah.
And then do you keep it in here?
Yeah, so I like it because it actually slips really well in this pocket. So that's where I put it.
Yeah, because the inside is just a pencil case for this, right? This is the drawer pocket.
Yeah. So yeah, I just have my pens here.
Nice.
And I have just some miscellaneous stuff in there.
Very
So, yeah,
cool.
I think it's nice. It's
Very nice
easy to
setup.
put in my bag like this. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Well, very cool. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Yeah, it's
always nice.
Short and sweet.
Yeah. it's you're the last person for this part of the mid-year planner update, so it's a very nice ending to it.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Of course, as always. And if you want to check out anything else from Susan, we'll probably have things in the description. And make sure you check out part 1 of this video. If you haven't seen that already, it'll be either in the description or somewhere up there. Make sure to check it out. And we'll see you later in the year. Do you think you're going to keep using this system?
I think so.
Yeah, it looks like it's working well.
I like it. It's nice and small, minimal. Too much gets me overwhelmed. I think. Yeah.
Brush up on the characters, and then it'll just be so solid.
We'll see.
But hopefully we'll see you again for update at the end of the year. Hopefully we'll see everyone again for an update at the end of the year. Sometimes with timing, we're not able to always make it work for everyone, but I know people like to see the end of the year update. So keep an eye out for that in another like 6 months or so. But I hope you all enjoyed this video and mid-year planner update series, mini series. And let us know in the comments how your planners are going. If you have any comments about the planners you've seen here. And we'll see you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.